Howdy therapist friends, I have shared this template that I use for insurance compliant progress notes several times on here. It's the template I always use for progress notes. It's based off of state Medicaid statutes, so I know that it is compliant for these insurance companies. And it helps me write progress notes really quick because it's like, I think 11 blanks that you have to fill in. But anyways, I've had a few people ask if I can show like an example completed one with the blanks filled in to see what that looks like. And so yes, let me show you. Okay, hopefully you can see this okay. So you can see the first section is the presentation. So client presented for the session on May 22nd, 2025 from 3 to 3:54 p.m. with a moderate level of functioning and restricted affect evidenced by limited eye contact, soft speech, and slow movement. So the bolded letters here are all the things that I filled in. So those are blanks on the template, right? The next part is the description of the session. I won't read through all of this, but remember that we need to have the goal/objective identified, the interventions that were provided, and then the client's response to them. But again, the bolded pieces are all the blanks that were filled in, and it's structured in a way, again, to meet the compliance requirements for these insurance companies, tying it back to the treatment plan, okay? Scroll down a little bit so you can see the rest. So the next section is the assignment/plan, and again, you can see the blanks that you'll fill in here. Again, we want things to kind of tie back to the treatment plan, so we have that golden thread documentation. That is what these insurance companies fucking look for. And then the last section at the bottom here is medical necessity, and not much ever changes session to session on that. I just input the diagnosis or the symptoms, right? I do have that template that I shared linked in my bio if you are interested in having it. I also have a bunch of other compliant documentation templates available at this point because I can't stop talking about this. And these templates have like lived on my computer for the last, 10 years. So I'm glad that other people can find them useful now and not just me because they've been a labor of love. Anyway, the one behind me is like the bundle package where you can get all the ones that I have made available at a reduced price. It's treatment planning, safety planning, diagnostic justification, and then the progress note one is included in there. Just a reminder that there is other things that are required from a compliance standpoint to have in your progress note, but they're not included in that like template because most of the time our EHR like forces us to input that information. Stuff like the date and the billing code, your signature on the note, a mental status exam in some states, location of the session, things like that. More of the like practical pieces, right? Again, our EHR most of the time makes us input that stuff, but just take a quick peek at your Medicaid statutes just to double check. Till next time, bye friends.